The Damned Hands Murders, a short horror story. Written by Stories from the Attic. Narrated by Mcconnell. When Toby first came through with the results, I thought he was joking. When I first realized that there were prints on the handle of the hammer, I smiled. Whilst in cop dramas on TV, the killer always wears gloves or has worn away his fingertips with flames or acid in order to make himself less traceable, most cops know that this is just a plot device. Usually, this burning off the fingertips to conceal prints is there in the story because if it weren't, the killer would be much easier to identify, and the case in the story would be closed almost as soon as it opened. The show is almost over before it began. In reality, finding prints and indeed the murder weapon is far more common than TV would lead you to believe. The reason is that most murders are crimes of passion. They happen in the moment, in a fit of rage and blind anger when someone simply snaps or is pushed by some external factor. In situations like that, people just act. They don't spend years carefully shaving the skin from their fingertips or having premeditated ideas about how they will conceal the murder weapon in some fiendishly ingenious way. Most times, and in most cases, they pick up whatever is closest at hand and lash out. Most times they are too stunned and traumatized by what they have just done to think straight. They panic, they make mistakes, and they leave evidence. Evidence and mistakes which help people like us to catch them. It's even possible sometimes to predict what kind of evidence you can expect, depending upon the type of murder or method. In shootings, for example, when the method of killing allows the murderer to be a distance from the victim, you are less likely to find the murder weapon, because the distance allows the killer time to think once the act has taken place. Distance from the incident and distance from the physical act of killing. Whether the sound of the gunshot snaps them out of it or something, I don't know. But usually, with guns, the perpetrators are more able to compose themselves afterwards and make plans to dispose of the weapon, and even, sometimes, the body itself. Plus, there's the fact that in a lot of cases, if you're going to shoot someone, there is a string of conscious decisions that need to be made. You need to have the gun in the first place, which means making the purchase. You must decide to carry it on your person. When actually using it, you have to decide to flip the safety off, to aim and to pull the trigger. Despite what is often portrayed, deaths by gunshot are far less likely to be crimes of passion. There is usually some form of premeditation involved. This is even taken.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?